Hello, Max. Oh, I prefer in the way so you can see me. It would be nice, actually. Thanks. Hello? Quite fine, thanks. What about you guys? Thanks for your time, too. Of course. Great. So, Max, Johannes, if I heard it right, my name is Alexei, as you probably know, and I want to be engineer, actually. So, at the moment, I am working at outsourcing company. I am actually occupying a position of senior Python software engineer in test there. Our product is actually network attached storage ordered by a major multimedia company. If you did some audio recording or editing or even video recording in the past and editing, you probably know this company because it delivers such software as and other stuff. So our job was to deliver a complex Python-based testware framework written by ourselves to test this expensive enterprise-level network attached storage, which is actually needed for doing such activities as storing large amounts of video information, audio information, and it helps a lot if you run something like sound recording studio or Hollywood filming studio or something else. So literally every blockbuster made in Hollywood actually uses something made by and as I know, both Hobbit, Avengers and other stuff was done by the software and hardware solutions. My parallel project is actually IT school based here in Kiev. There I actually teach people Python, Django and other stuff and they generously give me money for this. So this is my background. Before that I worked about 2 years at Samsung Institute here in Kiev, where I was doing customizations for review board tool. You may know it. It is web-based, Django-based tool for doing code reviews online. And before that I freelanced for a couple of years. I did some websites, which some of them are here. Sorry, I hear my voice and it is not very good. So probably if you double in my voice at some kind of speaker, lower the volume, please. 1, 2, 3. Now it's nearly perfect, actually. So let's continue. So before my freelance years, my first job was actually at the Software Kiev company, which develops some software for the Mac ecosystem, such as iOS apps, desktop Mac OS X apps, and other things. And last thing I will say in this my introduction speech is that I feel quite prepared for this interview because this piece of paper, probably you can see the text, is with me for about a month. This is stack of technologies which I try to get familiar with actually for about 3 weeks probably. I get it from position description on your side. Sure, I will start with We were not using existing testing frameworks. Everything was written from scratch, actually, in Python 3. So there were test cases, which were written as XML tables, test tables as we call them. So in test table there was actual steps to test something. For example, mount a workspace from this shared storage box. Workspace is actually or some part of the actual storage on the box. So step 1, mount the workspace on my local machine over the fast something like 40 gigabit network. Mount it on my local machine as a regular folder. Second part, create some file on this remote storage. Edit this file. See what is happening in the background. Delete this file. Create 100 files. Delete 100 files. Monitor. Storage itself had multiple APIs, which, for example, it had SOAP-based API, HTTP SOAP protocol, XML-based. Probably you know it. There was some other more convenient REST API, but it was not mature enough to use it, unfortunately. Also, interface was provided by we had a driver actually installed on the client machine. Client machine could be something like Windows, Linux or Mac PC. So on all of these three systems we had different operating system level drivers, and so I'm getting closer to the answer. So we had a special Python extensions written in C and C++ languages, which somehow connected to the driver itself, and it was possible in our Python testware code to call some driver methods, to get some statistics, to get something. So to sum everything up, there was about 4 different interfaces which made it possible to talk with the actual shared storage box. Let me recall. About 10 people. Some of them are here in Kiev and some of them are in Burlington, Massachusetts, USA. So every day we had Scrum meetings over Skype and talked everything for hours. You probably know this fun Scrum meetings where somebody is talking and you just can't stop him. Of course, it was some exotic system called AccuRev, which is proprietary, you probably know. I never heard about it before as well. Yes, it's version control system, centralized one. Something like Perforce, but actually uglier and slower. Give me a few seconds, please. So I'm there. Let me please interrupt you. I want to be frank with you, so actually I cheated, and my childhood times friend, who is at the moment working in Berlin for what should I prepare for the interview. By the way, he is front-end developer, not Python guy. He told me that you will be asking this question about perfect number. So I already solved it, and I can share a link with you. Okay, let's try something else. Great. I see it. This is new for me, so let's somehow deal with it. Write a program that outputs the 10 most common words in a given file. A word is any sequence, non-white space characters. Set up, for example, text file. Okay, good. So is it a real file which can be transferred to my machine? Yes, I have a question. Please know that this is not a whiskey, but this is just a cold tea which I drink. So I'm holding a glass in my hand. This is not a whiskey or bourbon. It is just tea. So I'm getting thirsty while I'm talking and I'm drinking. Please, please accept that. Great, great. So to the code. So let's start. So here is the with Python feature which makes it possible to open file called file.txt as a variable named f and work with it. If I haven't forgotten the syntax of Python at the moment, it should work. So what will happen next? We are going to make some data structure with actual words. Which data structure should we choose? Let's read our problem description again. The 10 most common words in a given file. Words is any sequence of non-white space characters. So actually what we are going to do is to set up a dictionary called word count. Do you see it? Is it well for you? Great. So now we are going to do something like iterate through the text file. So now this is a for loop. On every single iteration, line of the text file will be written to line variable. And what should we do with the line variable? We probably should split it by white space characters and get actual words. So let's do it. If I recall correctly, split without the parameters will by default split it. Okay, great. So now we have words stored in words variable, and this is words from just a single line of text file. To make it funnier, I will probably lowercase all the words, so we will get more accurate statistics. Don't you mind? Cool. So let's set up another for loop. No, let's use list comprehension. Something like this. So in variable called prepared words, we have all lowercase words in our line that we are currently in on our first level for loop. And duplicates can be seen in prepared words if it can be actually seen in the text file. So now what we're going to do is to fill up our dictionary. For example, we have following line in our text file. Alexei is a great Python software developer. Alexei is a wonderful guy. Johannes and Max are wonderful guys too. So Alexei is present 2 times. so there will be 2 Alexeys in the list, right? So now we are storing our words in dictionary. So let's iterate through the prepared words. Let's use regular for loop to make it readable. Sorry. So now what I'm doing is I'm writing a ternary operator in Python. I'll describe it in a few seconds. Oh, that's horrible. I didn't make it. Oh, that's better. So what is happening here? On each iteration on our second level for loop, which iterates through the prepared words, we are storing a new or updating existing record in our dictionary by the key W, which means the actual string holding the lowercase word. So let's look on the center of this expression. If W not in word count, it will happen if this is new word which we didn't encounter earlier. So in this case we will store one integer number according to the WK in the dictionary. And if this W string is already present in our dictionary, we will store there incremented by 1 the actual value of this k in word count dictionary. So this is okay? Great. So let's continue. What we have now, actually when these 2 for loops will finish, we will have dictionary with words, lowercase words as keys, and number of occurrences in the text file as the values. Am I right? Our task is to print out 10 most common words in a given file. So let's do it. We don't need our file anymore, but we need dictionary, so let's make it in this way. Now what we are going to do is to sort this dictionary by values. So how can we do it? Actually, let's write a function to make it even more fun. So I'm writing a function called most common words, which will require a parameter called num, which will have default value 10. It will be good idea to let's do it in a global variable fashion, which is not actually very cool, but let's just do it. So now we are going to sort this dictionary and get a list of the words. Sorted words by their frequency in the text file, okay? As far as I recall, our standard sorted function can accept any iterable object. Am I right? Great. So let's pass our word count to it. And as a key function, we will use just word count get method, probably. Give me 30 seconds, please. I will think about it. No, I don't want to Google. I just want to use my parallel Python shell. So let's just check it. Let's set up a dictionary. So this is something like our task, but instead of words we have numbers here. Let's just agree that the k is some number and value is its frequency, okay? So let's try to sort this dictionary. Perfect. So here is what we want in our actual task. It should be done in our function actually. And it would be great if it will return something instead of none. Let's join them by the new line character, okay? So let me review it with my eyes first. Okay, so let's run it. Is it correct? Why? Order of the keys is actually not defined. It's dictionary. Why? You see, 2 and 3k holds the same value actually, which is 100. So it is the separate problem which one should go first. And as we didn't actually saw something about this in the problem description, I mean initial problem about a text file, we can go both directions. This is my opinion. And yep. So are you familiar with the key parameter of sorted function? What is happening here, I can describe you if you somehow forgotten it. Our criteria of sorting is actually to get a value by the given k. So if value will be greater than the previous one, it will go first in the reversed sorted list, and if not, it will go second, something like that. It's a bit hacky solution, I know, guys. If some smartass like me will interview on the other direction of the web camera and give me this solution, probably I will be confused like you. But I happen to go through multiple interviews in the past couple of months, so this is not unique task, and I actually came up with this quite short one-liner which solves the problem actually. I can, if you want to talk a bit data structures, I can talk a little bit about dictionaries and their hash table implementation in Python. Of course. So to get the time complexity, we need to read our code once again. What happens here? We are iterating through lines. So our n is what actually here? Words, lines, or characters? We can do it with number of words or number of characters, but actually it doesn't matter because it's a constant coefficient here, and there are okay, so let's talk in the terms of characters. Okay, characters are fixed size, so let n will be number of characters in the text file, right? So what are we doing here? Split function will actually parse the line. So here we have linear complexity O of n. What happens next? We are iterating through returned value of split function, and it is just second traverse through the line. So it's a coefficient, not changes our complexity. So on the line 20 we have linear complexity. Let's go further. What we are doing next? We are iterating through prepared words. We are actually on the first line at the moment, and this is again not changing our linear complexity, because it's just the third traverse through the first line. So our dictionary we have, which is actually hash table in Python, which means that we have constant time for adding new key, what we are actually doing on line 22. So at the moment of line 22 we have I believe linear complexity. Great. So linear complexity with some coefficient, probably 5 or 10, it doesn't matter, remains while we parse our input file. Are you agree with that? But it is not a final answer. So you agree with that? It's linear complexity to parse a file. Great. So what we are going to do next? We are going to sort our words, which actually is about our question. So we parsed our words, it was linear, and now we are sorting the words. And as far as I know, Python implements for the standard sorted function quite famous team sort algorithm, which is quite smart. So in this particular case, we actually can't tell what complexity it will deliver. But in the worst case, it probably will be n log n complexity. So it is for sure more than linear complexity. So our answer will be, in the worst case, short script will perform with n log n, also known as almost linear complexity. This is the answer. Are you agree with that? Great. Forgive me, somebody is bothering me in Skype, I will answer him. Okay, done. So how I can test it? What kind of testing do we want here? It can be tested to actually, multiple levels and approach of testing can be applied here. For example, if we talked about complexities, we can test complexity here. So we can make a few terabytes text file and buy ourselves some expensive Xeon based server which can handle this and run this script, and somehow calculate its input n, then calculate the execution time and compare it, and prove that the actual complexity is less than n log n. This is the somehow strange approach for testing, which can be called, for example, stress test or load test, something like this. We can go in the easier fashion and just test it for some values like empty file, like file without words, with just blank white space characters or something, with non-existing file, with some strange files like some Linux /dev catalog entries or something else. So we can write code to handle that, to actually catch exception if file not present on our system and something like this. You know, we can actually spend 10 years for testing this script. Of course. Are you happy with me, guys? I mean my coding skills. Great. So before I ask you questions, probably I will tell you that I can be available as soon as my German visa will be ready, which can consume probably 3 months. So as soon as visa will be ready, I can actually go to your site. And now my questions. Actually, I have read something and I am very excited about it because it's global startup and Python backend and NP complete stuff, and everything sounds just great actually. But please describe me how many teams and what actual teams you have on the backend. What is actually is your backend, and also how many people work there, what roles you have in your backend teams, and other stuff. Sounds solid. Sounds cool. So Johannes, Max, I'm really excited about the project. I'm not very comfortable in this and this network storage which I am working about at the moment, because this is actually not a very scaled project. You see, this is hardware testing, and actually it has some interesting network problems there, because this is the network storage and it can be distributed, and some complex systems can be made of it, but it is not what I want actually. I want to join some serious guys in web development, distributed, asynchronous, and other buzzwords. So your project sounds just perfect for me at the moment, and I will be really happy to join your team. Can I ask just a couple of 1-minute questions? What is the working schedule at your site? I mean, when you come to work, when you leave? Great, thank you guys. If you see Serge, my fellow guy in front-end team, please pass him hello from my side. Thank you guys. Looking forward for other interviews, meetings. I'm available anytime you want. Thanks. Have a lovely day too, guys. Bye.